Hi friends, what's up turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl Daisy Day. Welcome to, or welcome back to, my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. I hope you're doing swell. You sure do look well, and oh my golly, it's so good to see you. How you doing? How you feeling? You doing okay? I do hope so. I mean, the start of February has been eventful. I will say the whole plane things have got me a little wigged out. That one is genuinely like one of my worst nightmares. I flew when I was younger, like, a solid decade ago, and I did fly a good bit, but now I'm like so grateful that I got to like experience it and fly around, and now I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I want to keep my feet planted on earth. I get it. It's still very safe. That's great. But it is literally one of the scariest things to me, and I had dreams in the past about World War II planes like falling from the sky, so I don't know. Listen, y'all, that is just wild. So if you're someone who flies a lot, just do be careful, okay? If you get that weird sense, intuition style, bail out. See, Finny agrees. People are crashing out left and right, y'all. And one thing I guess I should make clear. I don't know. Do I have to? I don't think I do, but like, whatever. Somebody was like, Daisy, you support Trump? Question mark? Because I had posted how different presidents have used deportation over time, and what presidents and what side they're on and all that, right? And just to show people, like, listen, don't always believe the hype. Like, I'm trying, genuinely, at this point, I'm just trying to keep everybody chill. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's calm during this period, because, y'all, what else can I do other than show you some facts and try and calm your fears and just be like, yo, listen, it is chaotic, things are wild, but the truth is, we're gonna be okay. And I know it.
People have been, oh, I just broke my toe. What the? Oh.
So people have been crashing out about just everything, every little thing. And the worst part, I mean, it's a really great thing that Trump has done so much, like, in the last few days, right? But it's also a whirlwind for media and news outlets. And I really do hope that people can recognize that these are predominantly left-leaning places, like most of media is, and that's because it's been a left-leaning country for the last, like, I don't know, decade or so. Like, you know, and you can count that Trump was in there for a minute, but it's not like it mattered really, because anything he attempted to do at that point, they was like, nah, right? Sheriff? Dang, you're rolling down my street all slow. What? Sheriff, what? Text my cousin. Tell him she's making videos again. Help. Gotta keep her on the low low. Sorry. I'm just unleashed today, apparently. No, I just been resting, y'all, and I feel much better. Okay, so let me get to the point that I wanted to make. Daisy, what side do you land on? Long-time subscribers, let me hear ya. Neither. Ding, ding, ding. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I support neither. Here's the thing. I actually never liked politics. Never, 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 never liked it. Boring. Bunch of old stanky men doing old stanky men stuff. What do I care about that? I don't care about that, right? But here's the issue. It was made my problem, and now I care. It was made my issue, so now I care, okay? Y'all had to bring it up in my video games. Y'all had to bring this crap up in my video games, in my comic books, in my art books, to the point where I was like, dang, even nerdy me, who's over here just painting in the corner, still sucking on a glue stick, like, what the heck, y'all? Are you freaking kidding me? That's where I'm at. Just, I was never that person that really even cared about politics, never worried about it, wasn't about to lose a friend over it, that's for sure. Like, I would never be like, oh, you have a difference of opinion? Bah! But, like, now that's the thing, I guess? I don't know. People are weird. So, yeah, basically, I've just been chilling. I'm freaking Sweden, y'all, okay? Basically, where I stand is I'm team human. Like, I'm team existence. I'm team survival. I'm team American life. Like, dude, let's just make it as a country and not do something to annihilate ourselves. How about that? Like, can we just? But yeah, team human, if that helps anybody. I am not for either side. I am for dispelling disinformation and craziness. Like, you know what I mean? If I can calm some fears, like I said, there we go. Sold. Boom. Hallelujah. Did my work for the day. If I made you chuckle, boom. Hallelujah. Did my work for the day. Okay? The Lord knows what I'm here for. So do I. Boom. That's it, y'all. Peace. Like, that, I don't, what else am I supposed to do? Paint. That's what I do. I paint, and I do the clothing. We do tie-dyes. I'm a mother to a beautiful son. Like, I don't know what more the world wants from me, y'all. I don't got views on all this crap. I don't. Never wanted to. Genuinely. I'm frustrated with American politics, to be genuine, to be honest, to be super serial. I definitely recognized right away that the Biden thing wasn't going to be good. Like, I knew that was essentially, I've been saying it. Like, if you're new, I don't know, maybe you missed it, I don't know. But, or maybe you just didn't see it yet. That's okay. Go check some of my older stuff, and you can become a member and see my whole catalog. But basically, I'm in the stance of like, yeah, I think that the whole Biden thing was a bad thing. I think that it's definitely like another Obama, like, and that's fine, whatever. People love Obama, okay? I just think that it was continuing the same rhetoric, and maybe that wasn't healthy enough for our country at this time, and maybe there was somebody pulling the strings behind that, because I felt like it was more elder abuse than anything else. I don't want to continue too much on that, but I hope that clears things up for some people if it matters. I don't know if it does, if it should. I don't know. That's why I like, I don't know. I never really liked labels, things like that, because what little pretty box are you trying to put me in? Because I'm not going to fit. Like, just not going to fit. I'm not going to do it. I'll be like, boop, whoop, wrong shape. Like, just not going to happen. And I think that genuinely, like, left wing, right wing, same dang bird, right? I think that basically I'm for, I know this is going to be shocking, right? Shocking. But I am for less government, like, involvement in most aspects. Like, only where it matters, like, right? Only where it matters should they be present. That's about it, right? That's about it. Like, help us sort some things out. Maybe in times of crisis, do your dang job instead of being like, we have a whole department for that, but they don't ever help. Like, whoops, where does that money go? And my views on Doge, this is going to shock a lot of people too, especially because those of you who have been here, you know my views on Musk. Okay, so if you know, a lot of you do know that I think that Trump is not the best person in the world, but I do think he's a good character on the world stage. I think that he's brash and a domineering character, whether you like it or not, right? Like, I feel like it's hard for me to express like the lore behind Trump without it coming off as endearing, or like I think that it's cool, or like whatever. I just think it's interesting. So don't let that confuse you, right? Like, I'm not team Trumpers, I'm team human and America, and just making sure we can get through another day, doing our thing, living our lives. So it's just pretty much a lot of the same. But the thing is, I do have a couple really interesting things to point out. So, okay, we're done with the chit chat. Are you ready? We gotta talk serious now. Darn it. Yeah, we gotta get super serial. People were crashing out over like food stamps and such, y'all. They stated in the very start, as well as again, it's not going to happen. You don't have to worry about these things. And it was continuously like told to everyone, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. People are still worrying about it. And it's like, did you not hear them say it like multiple times that that's not the plan? Like, what? And I've been speaking about how it's essentially been turning into a technocracy for like a little while now. And what happened at the inauguration and everything, that just kind of solidified it for me. Like, oh, okay, that's the direction we're headed in. Like, that's where we're going. Transhumanist has to be number one with tech, has to be with AI. That's what we're doing, because that is the next fourth industrial revolution. It just is what it is. Like, that's what's going to happen. And I've also said repeatedly, the next brutal battle won't be by mankind's fists and hands, or swords and knives, or boomsticks even. That's very primitive, right? That's very like old school. No, no, no. These people won't even have to leave their homes. What do I think about Doge? So, Doge is the Department of Government, what, efficiency? Or expenses. Yeah, so how do I feel about Doge? Essentially, what happened in the start is they were trying to keep Elon out. They were like locking Elon out, and the person that was trying to do so, gone, fired. I think Trump really did learn his first presidency around like, how does it run? What are they supposed to do? So on and so forth. So now he's just in there like, no, 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 we ain't playing these games again. So this is how it's going to be handled. I do think it's important that we know where our tax dollars are going, for the taxpayers' dollars. It is important that we're not just sending a bunch of money for condoms being turned into babooms, right? I mean, crafty genuinely, but no. The thing is that oftentimes many would be afraid of like the tech titans, right? And that's what I'm calling them, the titans of technology, because that's what they are. They would have been like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, if all of them were to show up for a president, if it wasn't Trump, I will say that. But now that it is Trump and it seems like they're all working hand in hand, that is the point that, you know, maybe that should sound some alarms, or people might think, oh, that's curious, especially considering a lot of those platforms have been predominantly left-leaning this entire time, and now Zuckerberg is there, the inauguration, and others, right? So it does just make it look like we're in a very hypocritical time, a very curious time, and of course these people are going to want to have the blessing of the president and vice versa. I'm sure Trump is so sick of the fake news and the news in general, the news, right? I mean, not just fake news, all the news, okay? I would be sick of that too, especially if they're constantly, you know, blowing weird random stuff up to make everybody in terror. And I giggle because when I did start realizing and like waking up, I felt that terror. I felt that terror for like 2 years straight of just constant panic and oh no, and the sky is falling, and you know, I really did feel that pressure and like pain, that the birth pangs, right, of chaos. And then you get to this point where now I've been looking into it for like literally over a decade, and I'm like, if you're just learning about it, basically have a bug out bag and just be comfortable in life and enjoy yourselves, be a good person, love your loved ones. I don't know. That's all I can say. Did you know the feeling of worthlessness is worse than feeling oppressed, right? People would rather be oppressed than have that feeling of worthlessness. And these are some of the concerns that really do come with AI in this next industrial revolution. Elon himself has stated that people will have that luxury of whether they choose to work or not. Basically, what Elon's telling us is that, you know, things could be a lot easier. People don't have to be living on the streets. And they shouldn't be. Our people, if we really truly in our schools believe no man left behind, why are you leaving them out on the streets? Why are there homeless people? Why are there these homeless camps? Why are people just doing things in open air in front of the children, taking a pee on the street in Philly, and then taking a bath in their garbage bag that they call their home that they then have to sleep in? And that's like, what? And if you're not aware, the White House did announce things like Project Stargate. We're hearing about, you know, Immaculate Constellation. What is that? Look more into it. Very curious. And freaking Trump was the one that started Space Force for a whole dang reason. Yeah, to me, I'm at the point where I don't get how some people aren't seeing what's going on. Ooh. I guess with all the distractions and life and how it can make you so busy and our phones and video games, things like that, maybe, I don't know, for a few years you can hold them off, but like eventually people, they do start to realize. For example, what do you guys think that Saddam Hussein had? There was this theory, right, that it could have been artifacts, and they even admitted that that's what Hussein, you know, they were looking for. And the media, you know, they brought these things out. I just think it's very curious. And we already know that they basically been making profiles on everybody as a human being, right? So we can upgrade our beings to the cloud, right? Like upload our consciousness, essentially. They've even been floating out those apps or those pictures where your past loved one can come back to life and look like they're hugging you or kissing you or moving or saying something. That alone should have been like a real deep oh no kind of moment, right? And genuinely, people are being critical of Trump right now for too much good, and others believe that he's still not actually the president. People are still lost. Is he truly the president for all people? Well, we do know that Biden was like, you know, allowing Fauci and the others to just ride off into the night. You know, not to be like a tit for tat thing, but I guess both sides, you know? I'm not asking you guys to believe everything I say. I'm not asking you to live in fear. I'm just simply spewing out my mouth hole what I'm seeing, because y'all know if I didn't, it would be driving me bonkers. Because it's like, it again, I cannot say it enough. It seems like it's just very clear and apparent to me, but what's apparent to me is not apparent to everyone else, and sometimes you have to explain things that seem so simple to yourself, you know, because somebody just might not know. And we should all welcome a time of common sense. We should embrace that, welcome that, want that, rather than just playing on people's emotions and emotionally prodding them to feel so hyper concerned about who God knows what that day. Okay, here comes one of the most important points I want to make in this video. Trump, during the beginning of his inauguration and during this last few days, he has spoke about how the United States of America as a corporation is being dissolved. Okay, like he said that. But when I look into it and I try to research this more, because I remember being told the U.S. is just a corporation, right? It's actually like they say this because it's a miscommunication of older language, right? It's a misconception of the words. At least that's what I got from it. So I just find it curious because Trump's like, look, this no longer exists. But then when I research it, it says, don't worry, that was never a thing. It's a misconception. So how do you dissolve something that's a misconception? Huh? Huh? Just a thought. And, you know, that's just me half paying attention at that point. He also mentioned, this is another really important point, okay? He also mentioned that the great American experiment is through. The great American experiment is over with. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Side quest. That also makes me consider what just happened with Kanye at the gala, who he just like wasn't even invited, I guess. Amazing. But he shows up with the lady and she derobes, which is like, isn't there are laws against that, right? Like Kanye is someone that just can't bottle that stuff up. He can't help but show you what's going on. So when he's like showing this through his art or whatever, you know, that video, that music video where they're all laying in the bed together, like that is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. At this point, I feel like we're just living in such a very curated reality that our homes are basically like the set of Fallout. Or, you know, it just seems very, very 50s stylistic, like curated, fake, plasticky world. And I don't fit that mold. Okay, I'm sure that's long enough, but I'm gonna let you guys go for now. There will be a part 2 to this because I do still have a couple things about the Titans of Tech and transhumanism that you might want to check out. I mean, you're gonna want to check out. It's curious, y'all. It's curious. Yeah, it's curious. So until next time, stay awake, stay aware, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, check out my other socials, check out my whatnot, Damevonbondaisy. Those are all listed at the end and also in the description. You can become a member for only $2 holla, like I stated, and you get all of my older videos, like from the very start, y'all. Like some crazy goodness in there. So I mean, I do make people giggle once in a while. So yeah, if you ever need a giggle or a friend, I got your back. And otherwise, let your loved ones know they are loved. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.